Kathleen Wynne is the new Premier of Ontario, as you've surely heard. She's an out-and-out lesbian, out and about. But she reached out to groups that are normally reactionary when it comes to women's lib and sexuality. We're joined now to talk about that with our friend Tarek Fatah. Tarek, normally radical Islam, and by that I mean the strictest fundamentalists, hate lesbians. They hate homosexuality.
Not just them. It's the Islamic Circle of North America came out and condemned President Obama when he came out for same-sex marriage. Every mosque in this country, every Muslim organization other than the Muslim Canadian Congress has opposed same-sex rights since the late 1995. I ran in 1995 on the civil rights agenda. I ran on the NDP ticket. I know I couldn't enter any Muslim public place, a mosque or community center, because I was pro same-sex marriage.
But here's the funny part. Kathleen Wynne reached out to the most fundamentalist groups of Islam and said she supports their views. For example, the gender segregation in that Middle Valley Park school. It's this bizarre coalition that I wouldn't have expected between an out lesbian and fundamentalist Islam. How does that fit together?
Okay, this is where my fear, and people consider me to be a lunatic to say that, but how they infiltrated Hillary Clinton's office, how they went into the White House, how they're there in the Conservative Party, in the Liberal Party, in the NDP. This group of Islamists would say anything to anyone to be on the right side.
Well, but it's also what she says to them. I mean, here, for example, here's an email sent by Kathleen Wynne's campaign to radical Muslim groups. She says, I always stood for minority rights, whether it was the Muslim prayer issue at the Valley Park Middle School, or, for example, that Valley Park Middle School is where they have gender-segregated prayers, and they actually separate the girls from the girls on their period. I mean, it's extreme gender apartheid.
It's not gender segregation. It is gender denigration.
Yeah, and gender apartheid.
Because they push the women to the back.
Yeah.
Then they take girls who are menstruating and make them sit behind the girls who are praying.
God forbid one of those girls says, I'm a lesbian. They'd probably be excommunicated if such a thing existed in Islam.
She wouldn't be there in the first place. The problem is not with these Islamic groups. The problem is with what I call guilt-ridden white liberals or even conservatives, like the principal of this school, who told my daughter when she was doing a feature on This Fraternity Life, he had the audacity to tell a Muslim reporter, you should know about Islam before you cover this story. And she said, but I'm a Muslim. Well, you don't look like a Muslim. You're not ugly enough to be considered a Muslim. He didn't say that. That's the underlying factor. I'm not a Muslim because I don't have a beard. I'm not a Muslim because I'm not enveloped in yards and yards of cloth. That's what has happened.
We got some more emails from the leadership campaign. Let's put another one up here on the screen. So this is from a group of Muslim delegates saying about Kathleen Wynne, she has openly defended Muslims' religious rights for Friday prayers in Valley Park Middle School. In her writing, she will never shy away from defending rights of all. I guess that's one.
That was signed by the people who run the school mosque. Both gentlemen, there are a number of signatories, both of them are instrumental in running the school, and they were both opposed to Kathleen Wynne right in the municipal, when she was a school trustee, and they switched sides in 2003 when they realized that they could get their agenda fulfilled by being nice to her and delivering her the vote.
So she's all for sexual liberation for herself, but not for the girls at the school.
Let me confess, I am a great supporter of Kathleen Wynne in her policies, in her politics. I think she's a very refreshing politician, but she is naive. That's the danger. I'd rather...
Have you ever spoken with her?
On this issue? I've spoken to her a number of times. I've been on her panels. She's a wonderful politician, but in the end, the security of our country is threat when no politician is willing to stand up against bigotry, against hatred. Somebody called me today.
Yeah, I mean, like you tweeted about this on Twitter, and let's show on the screen here some of the reactions, not just disagreeing, not just rude, but threats. You have done enough against Islam. Just wait, we will target your family first. Tarek, you and your family soon will get lesson. Tarek Fateh, you bastard, I know where you live and I know where your office is. And these were all copied to Kathleen Wynne. What was that? I mean, these are real threats. This isn't,
Yes, it is.
Did you show these to the police?
I send them to the police.
Do they do anything?
They don't, because they are convinced that I'm the lunatic over here.
Oh, my God.
You know the Afghan girl who disrupted, the woman who disrupted the ceremony?
Yeah, she came and
She
heckled
came
me.
to my doorstep.
Oh my! She came to your house?
To my house. She
How did she know
tweeted-
where you live?
Well, here's the point. Then she went on Facebook, put my address there,
Are you kidding?
and told people to go to my house to tell them, tell me
Dirty
how they
little
felt
girl,
about it.
you know. And she, of course, if she has no compunction about disrupting a veteran
I told the
ceremony,
cops they can't do anything about it.
unbelievable.
So I'm 63. I'm quite comfortable the way I am. The problem is there are very few people who are stepping outside the ideological divide and saying it is essential for us to have a secular, liberal, democratic society, for us to be right-wing or left-wing.
But all agreeing to some basic principles. Tarek, we're out of time. I'd love to talk to you more about this in the weeks ahead. I hate the fact that you're being targeted, but I love the fact that you're speaking truth to power. Thanks for being here today.
Thank
okay?
you.
Cheers.